So we are on a mission here at CES 2015 to find the coolest gaming desktops here at the show that are powered by Intel processors. And I think you are going to be impressed with the variety that we found journeying through all the suites and show floor and all of that great stuff. Come along for the ride. So we're going to start our tour of what I think are the coolest desktops here at CES 2015 with the Asus ROG GR8. And come on, you guys totally did that on purpose. I'm getting the wink from JJ over there. This is the great. It features up to a Core i7-4510U processor, so not exactly your most powerful CPU ever, but look at this form factor. This is a 2.5-liter PC, and it contains a lot of technology that you might expect, as well as some that you wouldn't. It supports up to 16 gigs of DDR3 memory. It's got a GTX 750 Ti graphics card with 2 gigs of GDDR5 RAM, although it should be noted that graphics card is somewhere between a mobile 750 Ti and a desktop 750 Ti, still a capable 1080p gaming box. It features a built-in 2.5-inch SSD or hard drive, and then it has an expansion bay for an SSD or hard drive upgrade, and I'm told that we will potentially be looking at RAID support for that with a UEFI update in the future. And it's got, gigabit LAN, AC wireless, all that kind of cool stuff. But here's what you might not expect. Unlike most desktop PCs, this one was actually designed by the ROG motherboard team. So you're going to find technology that normally you'd only see in something like a Republic of Gamers Impact Mini ITX motherboard, like their Supreme Effects audio with their on-screen visual indicator for where things are coming from, their premium audio capacitors, the actual dedicated portion of the PCB inside that is set aside for audio. In fact, it's even easily upgradable. So I think the side, nope, there we go. Side panel's unlocked. I'm going to try not to break it here, but check this out. It even features easy upgrading, a very unusual thing for a compact PC like this. Access to the extra hard drive bay, as well as the RAM slot there. Pretty freaking cool stuff. And small. Continuing our quest for awesome gaming desktops here at CES 2015, we actually found one of them in a fairly unexpected place. This is not necessarily something you can actually buy, unfortunately, because it is a fully customized case made by Richard Suros, also known as Darth Beavis, but this thing features some pretty cool Intel gaming technology, so we figured, whatever, it kind of counts. It's got a dual 120mm liquid-cooled Core i7-5960X. It's got a GTX Titan Z, 32 gigs of DDR4 memory, 3 more 120mm fans in the bottom here, and this thing was made completely from the ground up just to be freaking amazing as part of Cooler Master's Case Mod World series. So this is just one of those things. It's got dual 1TB SSDs. It's more of a we just kind of had to show it to you than anything else. So behind me, I've got the main gear shift. This is pretty much what you would get if you approached a boutique system builder and told them, yeah, I want you to just build the most wicked badass gaming machine ever, and this is what would show up on your doorstep. It's got an Intel Core i7-5960X CPU. That's an 8-core, 16-thread chip. It's got 32 gigs of DDR4 memory, dual GTX 980 graphics cards. It's in this wicked custom case with a beautiful paint job on it. The CPU is liquid cooled with a Corsair solution that actually Main Gear has modified with their own branding on there. And in terms of storage, I actually don't know exactly what's in there, but it looks like a whack ton of SSDs. Absolutely beautiful machine, and based on how well it's handling Shadow of Mordor up there in 4K, I think it's got the horses to back up what it looks like it can do. Now, you guys have been asking me for a review of this next one here for quite some time. This is the Alienware Alpha. It's kind of like it's a PC, it's a console, it's like a little tiny gaming machine. Okay, it's definitely that last one. I don't know about either of the first two because it lives somewhere in between. It's got a Core i3, Core i5, or Core i7 processor, a custom Maxwell-based GPU. It holds up to 8 gigs of memory. You can throw a hard drive in there. Actually, the memory, the CPU, and the drive are all upgradable. It features AC wireless. It comes with an included Xbox 360 controller, and the whole concept behind this, even though Alienware was initially showing it off with SteamOS, is, well, we want people to have that couch experience regardless of what they're doing. So it comes with a custom UI that sits over top of Windows 8.1 and allows you to change your system configuration, launch Steam Big Picture, and basically use it without ever touching a keyboard and mouse, which isn't to say that you can't still use a keyboard and mouse on it should you so desire. Is it the most powerful machine in the world? Well, no, the answer is no, but it also comes with only a 130 watt power brick and a form factor that is freaking impressive, considering that for many modern games, you'll be able to run them at decent settings at 1080p on this little tiny device. Our last top desktops of CES 2015 was actually one we had a little bit of a hard time categorizing. We knew we wanted to include it in one of our top roundups, but we weren't sure if because it has a mobile Core i7 quad-core processor, it fell under mobile, or if because it's a desktop, because it sits on a desk, it fell under desktop. But we knew we had to talk about this thing, so we picked one, we put it in there. This is the AG240 4K edition, and of course, an all-in-one starts with the screen. It's a 4K display, 10-point multi-touch. MSI says this is exclusive to them, but it's got DC backlight control with up to 75% less blue light. So this is a technology we're starting to see in monitors, but not something that is typical in an all-in-one. It's also extremely slim at only 21 millimeters. It features an optical drive. It's got your full complement of I/O. In fact, it actually doesn't look much thicker than a monitor, but where things start to get really impressive is, unlike your typical all-in-one, this features gaming-grade graphics. They can't tell us exactly what GPU's in it yet. It's going to be future 900 series GPU, but not slouchy graphics. So you should be able to play mainstream titles like League of Legends on this computer in 4K. It's also got a bunch of their other gaming technology, hence the, G sort of gaming series red and black color scheme on it. So it features their Super RAID 2, which is up to 3 SSDs in RAID 0. It features their killer networking, which, whether you prefer that or Intel networking is up to you, but hey, for better or for worse, it is in there. And there's a couple more cool things as well. So it comes with a color-changing keyboard as well as a mouse. I mean, are they the best thing ever? No, but at least they'll get you going. And last but not least, it supports HDMI input. So if you had something like a game console next to your PC, if you're a super space-saving kind of person, you can go ahead, go HDMI in. You don't even have to have the computer powered on, and you can use it just as a 4K display. Pretty darn cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed our top Intel-powered gaming desktops here at CES 2015. As always, guys, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you thought it sucked. Leave a comment letting me know which one you thought was best. And as always, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.